had a vision, you had a dream, you heard a voice. You believe that God has told you that you're a seer. It's been days or weeks and you really don't know what to do with it. Here's a little secret. God said two things to the church regarding this. He said he'd pour out his spirit on all flesh. Many would have visions and dreams in the last days. And that he gave gifts to men when he ascended on high. And one of those gifts were prophets or seers. Even in the Old Testament, he said he'd let a prophet know he was a prophet through a vision or a dream. Some of this info might be new to you. You may even already know some of this stuff. So let's talk about what's next. Here's what comes next with that calling. Just consider yourself raw material at this point. In order to make a car, Toyota and Ford don't just speak it into existence. It's not like this fast, quick process. Even before the car gets into production, all of its elements are in the ground. Metal, carbon, aluminum, all these raw materials are what make a car. They are then melted, bent, beat, broken down. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. In order to make that car for the needing family that it'll go to. The highest offices in the church call for the highest level of scrutiny and training. The Bible says you got to study to show yourself approved. The Bible says you got to set yourself apart and sanctify yourself so that you could be a vessel for honorable use. But what about the prophetic and the seeing gift? Let me ask you this. Isn't it said around the church and in a lot of theological circles that there was actually a school of prophets in the Old Testament? And what exactly might be a school of prophets? Let me tell you this. You will never get accurate in your schooling of prophecy and seeing by merely just sitting around waiting. The Bible encourages us to be in a learning environment for the prophetic so that all may learn. Elisha was mentored by Elijah. Jesus mentored the apostles. In order to be the seer that God has called you to be, you have to study and desire to prophesy. Why is it that we call one a false prophet? Because they charge $50 for a training session on the gift of prophecy. But we say nothing to those people that have seminaries that cost tens of thousands of dollars to become an effective pastor. And no, I've never charged for any of my trainings. And hopefully will never have to. I don't want to. But this just goes to show how very little we value the gift of prophecy in the church. It seems many times people aren't schooled throughout church history on prophecy, and even until this day. The truth is you're going to have to be trained, and you need to start doing that now. Time is short. Jesus is coming back soon. First of all, ask Jesus to train and disciple you on the gift of prophecy and the ability to see. I would encourage you to look for some trusted Christian books on this gift to learn how to be effective in your prophetic gifts. And you can email me for some suggestions on some of the books that I've read personally. Go check out my playlist on the seer and prophetic giftings for tips on training and accuracy. I'll have that link in my description below. I also do seer curriculums for free to go on the history and the background of the seer and the prophet. Just go to immunestudio.com.